Hey nerds, welcome to Nerds with Dice. We're raising money for the Trans Justice Funding Project. You can find the links to learn more about TJFP in the chat, and you can also find our donation link. And coming to today's game, Songs and Memories, I will be the GM today for a Dungeons and Dragons game. So I am Anorak, been DMing for the last 4 years now, and I have my own podcast, YouTube channel, and everything. Just trying to get the whole Indian TTRPGs as well, a little bit into the air. So yeah, I've been running around 9 campaign. I've run around 9 campaigns so far, running two more at the moment. But yeah, that's it about me. Uh, shall we just go around the table, introduce our characters and ourselves? Let's start with Kate.
Hey, all, I am Kate Purcell. I do video games by day and TTRPG stuff every chance I get. You can find me most of the time and in chat right now as Chaotic Wholesome. You can find me on Blue Sky as Dampier, DAMPHYR.com. I do all sorts of TTRPG, actual plays and production, and the weekly table talk show where we talk all things TTRPGs from indies to intersectionality. Excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
What about your character?
Oh, apologies. Yeah, I use she and they pronouns. I'm going to be playing Roxy, the half-orc paladin of the flying spaghetti monster. She is like 6 foot, biggest goyle with the grumpiest, the biggest resting grump face, but is actually the sweetest thing you will ever meet.
All right. Jilly?
Hi, I'm Jilly. You can find me at Olakits Jilly, most places on the internet. It starts with a G and has a J sound. I understand that's confusing. My pronouns are she, her, and you can find me various places around the AP space. Here and on Pantsless Tales and on Sword and Key, and on Valgigant's channel sometimes. I'm around. I am also an editor of words. So you can find me talking about exploits in editing and learning sign language and doing theater, because that is also part of my day job, on most social medias under that name. I will be playing Ivy, who is a silver dragonborn Order of Scribes wizard. And she is doing her best, y'all. Um, and I think she wears a cloak of protection, and you just notice throughout that the little horns that kind of protrude from her scales keep just popping out of the hood, just like a boop boop. Um, and she is so shiny. I cannot emphasize enough how shiny that she is. And that is Ivy. Pronouns are also she, her. I'm gonna pass it to somebody. I guess next. Bardic, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure, wonderful. Hi, hello. I am Bardic. I am a retired content creator, um, former streamer, YouTube video maker, and appearer on various TTRPG streams and the like. You can find me on the internet as the Bardic Knock over on Blue Sky primarily, where every day I try and give a little Bardic inspiration and say, hey, drink water, you nerds. See, I'm catching myself and I'm not dropping all the f bombs too soon. We need to save them. I today shall be playing Garzon Gar Sheltron, the grumpiest, tiredest, most battle weary Goliath fighter. They are just they're tired, and they they know that no one else can take a punch as good as them. So just stand back. I'll get hit. Do whatever you need to do afterwards. And that's me. So let's throw this ball along. I'm going to throw it to Hadeja.
Hi, yes, I am Khadija. My pronouns are she, they. I come from the fabulous Bard Rock Cafe network of actual play podcasts. I'm a co founder. And you can find our shows because we have multiple, we're a whole community. Wherever you get your podcast, we also have our website, which is central place, bardrockdnd.com. And you can also find me and my artwork and my random things that I say and my GIFs on Blue Sky at khadija.bardrockcafe.com. I am going to be playing Jagmagaxis esque, who goes by Gaxis. It won't be that confusing, I promise. His pronouns are he, him. And he is a bronze dragonborn cleric of Hor, the god of revenge. You see, Gaxus went his own way to find his personal salvation because he felt the acolytes were not taking their devotion seriously enough. So when Gaxus says evil repays evil and good repays good, he sees opportunities for good and evil to befall him if he doesn't act good. So that is his greatest concern. Gaxus just wants to do good so that good can befall him. He wears golden robes underneath a chain shirt, and the robes you can see have motifs of lightning bolts and coins on them. And he also wears a big medallion coin with a head that has two faces on it. They have their case of healing supplies ready to go, very organized, ready to do the good deed of healing any chance that he can get. He has been recently following a very worn hero named Gar, taking care of him because in Gaxus's eyes, this devotion to a hero will surely earn him favor. And let's see who is next. Who is next? Oh, we
That
got
that
Amy.
that leaves me.
That's right. Hi.
Yeah, the sneaky Rogan is always in the back. So keep that in mind in party order. So my name is Ma. Unlike the other people here, I am not so much an online personality outside of social media. I'm on Blue Sky and still on Twitter. Shh, don't tell anybody. Um, as Dranemra. Dranemra is my online alias that I've used for the better part of over 20 years. I played D&D and tabletop RPGs, Shadowrun, Star Wars RPG, and various other forms the better for a very long time, for several decades. I've actually raised my children on D&D and tabletop RPGs. I'm primarily known as a writer. I write romance fiction novels for queer characters. Um, for today's session, I'll be playing Lo Melende. Oh my gosh, my Elven is bad already. This is not going to be a good day. Um, and she's an arcane trickster rogue coming from a bardic family, so she tends to be a little bit extravagant and loves to perform and is a fun-loving and very caring and often flirtatious person. But don't cross her; you'll discover just how roguish she can be. And I think that's about it. Did I miss anything?
Okay, so let's begin. So all of you are an established party, been on multiple adventures together, fought many monsters, made quite a few friends on the way. Now, one of those friends, a couple actually, a human blacksmith and his wife, a half elf ranger. Both of them have helped you out through many things. And, well, you've received. Oh, my background noise is taking. Oh, all right, let me just switch off the fan. Better now?
Yes.
Please don't overheat.
Turning on the AC. All right. So You so you received a letter from the husband. Um, Sorry, I'm just looking at his name. Yeah, Eandro. It's Eandro. He says that his wife has gone missing under very strange circumstances. That she just returned home from an adventure, went out for a drink, and never came back. But according to sources in the village, she was never there. So that is, so he asked you your help, your assistance to investigate this matter. So that is where we are heading to Eradis, the village where he stays. Now that so who's leading the party? Who's like what is your marching order to while you're going to that? What are you going? What are you doing while going there?
Okay, so I think Ivy is trying to keep things organized, and so is not maybe in the front, but is definitely trying to direct from the middle, um, and has kind of a bag of books over one shoulder and adventuring pack over the other shoulder. Uh, Probably explorer's pack, realistically. Um, and so what I'm doing is establishing myself firmly in the middle of this marching order of traveling so that I other sides can absorb damage before it gets to the squishy wizard in the middle.
Okay, so you're in the middle. Who's in the front?
Um, if no one stops them, Gar will be very happily marching out in front, um, probably a little bit too far ahead to, for for comfort, but in his mind, it's look. I really need to make sure, but if anything happens, everyone else has got a chance to not get hit. So probably a good 10, 15 feet ahead of the closest person behind him, and of course, carrying absolutely anything that looks like it's maybe too heavy for anyone else. Even if it's clearly not, Gar will very much go, all right, don't worry about it. Give it to me. I've got it. Marching on. You keep yourself rested. Don't worry. It's fine. Just, you know what? Put your feet up. Go at a slow pace. If anything happens, you'll see me battered and beaten on the floor. You got plenty of time to deal with it. Don't worry.
Gaxus is
You're a whole
sorry.
Sorry, I was just gonna say Ivy's definitely given you a book bag to carry if you've offered.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say Gaxus is the one who's the 10 feet right behind Gar, going, wait for me, wait for me.
I'm
Just
likely
imagine a
pulling
kind
up
of
the
short
rear.
little dragonborn. Sorry.
Sorry.
Which color dragonborn are you again?
Bronze. So a short little
Oh,
bronze dragonborn is trying to hustle.
okay.
I'm
Um,
pulling up the rear if it's passive, like if we're not worried about being attacked. I'm likely playing a liar just to keep everyone's spirits up and keep them entertained.
I think Roxy has kind of attached herself next to Ivy. Uh, Next to you, right behind, right in front, however, marching, but it's just like, this giant half orc who's just chattering nervously. I really hope she's okay. I'm sure we can find her. I mean, I'm sure she's going to be fine. Just going to be fine, right? But I mean, and it's just been nervously chattering this entire time.
Ivy's just allowing this to happen and is just kind of letting Roxy get all of the anxiety out and is just occasionally going, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
as
Need
you
to keep the mama bear happy.
keep heading into the towards the village. What feels very strange to you is the fact that Andrew has never contacted you before, like at least this desperately. Most of your correspondence has been on friendly terms. Everything has been safe so far. So this is the first time he's actually contacted you like this. As you get nearer to the village, it's really dark around this time. It's almost midnight by the time you reach. Most of the houses are just closed. There's no light coming from the inside as well. You see a tavern that has light in it, but it seems to barely have anyone inside. You see, as you walk towards Leandro's home, you see a lot of what look like missing posters. This You see flyers just swaying in the wind. You see like a notice board filled with these missing people flyers. The walls have been just completely covered with these things.
That seems bad, right? That seems bad. It's not. It's not. Just, there's lots of that. That doesn't.
Right.
That is definitely cause for concern.
Uh, just out of curiosity, we've been here before. We know this village.
Oh no, no, you haven't been to this village
Oh, we
before.
know
You
the
know,
people.
you know these
Okay.
people, but you haven't been, yeah, you
Okay,
haven't
wonderful.
been to the village.
Right. So Gar will take a look at this and go, hmm. All right. So obviously this looks pretty bad. Um, what are we thinking? Monsters, traveling circus, just
I think it's a
Revenge.
little premature to speculate, but it does seem deeply suspicious. And Ivy starts kind of tossing books in Gar's direction as they're going through the bag. Just um, there are some enchantments that can, convince people that they belong elsewhere.
um, every book that is tossed, Gar does not catch. Gar lets hit him in the face, and then puts it in the bag.
This has been happening, so I feel like as the journey has gone on, Ivy's bag has gotten much lighter and Gar's bag has gotten much heavier.
Yes.
Um, and then the Ivy's nose is inside, or snout, I guess, because we're dragonborn, is inside the snoot, if you will, is inside books as we're walking and talking.
How, like, how big is this village? Is this like a
It's,
little town? Is this like?
can you actually make a perception check? All right, first roll. No pressure.
Oh no! Oh no! And it's not something I'm good at. That's a 15.
That's not
It
bad.
is a pretty big village, maybe houses around 100, 150 people. But you notice that there are more houses than there are people around here. That at least that you noticed.
Yeah. Hmm.
I realized I didn't have enough dice next to me.
I think.
Oh, by the way, all of you are welcome to use your own dice. There is no need for for me to see your rolls or anything.
Ooh, you're trusting.
Uh, just kind of standing and looking and getting a bad feeling about this. Roxy is going to just use a divine sense uh, and detect good and evil, which will tell me if within 60 feet locations of any celestial, fiend, or undead that's not behind total cover,
Yeah,
and if there's a hallowed spell around.
you don't get anything.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Um, there's at least no undead. We can just check that off.
Like,
At least not yet.
So, according to Gaxus's logic, he wants to do an insight check to see if anyone's up to shifty business. Because if bad things are happening here, something bad must be happening here. So
Okay.
I did an insight roll, and it's a dirty 20.
Right. Based on what you noticed with the people around here, right? What what you see is these are like for some a place that has a number of like the this huge number of missing people, like at least the flyers that show that, and some place that for a place that has like some kind of a bad vibe around, people seem to be unusually peaceful around here.
Suspicious. They must be up to something too.
Seeing all of this, and after you.
No. I go ahead.
So, seeing all of this and using the full weight of his intellectual prowess with I'm pretty sure it's a negative int modifier. I'll have to double check here.
Don't hurt yourself.
Gar reaches the conclusion. Wait, now, what are the chances that absolutely nothing has gone wrong and everyone's just like saw their ass, moved on, and this village is getting gentrified or something? Like that seems like a reasonable explanation.
The
I've
missing
I've
person posters would tell me that it was not voluntarily. We
Could be
should.
an insurance scam.
Are there any lawyers in this town? I don't think that would be possible. But
um
seeing as the town mayor is probably sleeping at this hour, we should probably check with the inn to see if we can find any rumors.
yeah, I would like to look as we're moving through town towards the inn, which Ivy thinks is a great idea. Um to see if I it looks like anybody that we see is under the influence of something magical. Um I so I'm prepared to cast identify on someone if I need to, but that's not Ivy's first choice because when you shake hands with someone and cast identify on them, they tend to get a little weird about you. Um
Detect magic would be a good start.
detect magic, yeah, detect magic tells me schools, but it doesn't give effects, I think, that people are under.
Yeah,
Um
it does not.
um but I do have that too. So, through what combination of arcane means can Ivy try and work out what is going, whether the town is under the influence of a curse or a spell or something similar?
I think detect magic would be the best option right now.
Sure, I cast it. Spell slots for days, y'all.
But yeah, according to what you asked, detect magic does seem like the best option. But while you sense a very faint, hint of magic, you're not exactly sure which school it is. Like it's very faint right now.
It ate my spell slot and didn't tell me what school of magic it is. That's illegal. I'm writing a letter.
Detect magic takes a few rounds to narrow down.
Um, I'm gonna write a sternly worded letter.
I mean, we can try to talk to people because maybe sometimes when people are in a charm or something, and you talk to them, and you can find out that they're under the thing because they answer strangely, and then we could just talk.
That's true. I'm really fighting the urge to go full Doctor House and being like, but people lie. Um, but
The-
Ivy would not say that. That's true. Perhaps they saw something or felt something and would be able to give us some information that would be useful. There's definitely something weird and magic going on here, though. I turn to Gaxus and I'm like, "Do you feel the weird magic thing?"
Oh, I feel the weird magic thing.
Yeah.
I wonder who's responsible for it. Looking around at people and asking them might actually be a good idea. We can suss out who it is.
as
And if
the
we can't get
conversation.
answers from people, I can ask animals.
That's true.
You know, that is really ask the rats, man. They're everywhere.
As the conversation turns to magic, Gar, the only member of a party who has no magic, turns around and goes, I mean, surely there's magic around us all the time. You know, a sunrise is magic.
I am absolutely magical, my darling.
But I don't know. Look, if need be, we can go, rattle some cages and slap some. No, we're not going to slap around villagers. That's not the correct answer, Gar.
That's not nice.
No, it is not Gar.
We
I
can
think Ivy
firmly
extends a
I
ask
think
for
we're
claw
some
and
so
just
honesty.
alive.
pats you gently on the head.
Thank you. That is both soothing and mildly patronizing, but I enjoy it. Thank you.
That's what I was going for.
Well, if anyone has no objections, I'm going to go to the inn and start swantering off to.
Right, for sure.
I,
That's
I
true.
I could proper go for a pint, honestly. It's been a long wander.
Now, Gar, not too much alcohol. Okay, that's not good for your blood or your humors. I don't know what they think in D&D times.
We'll have a crafty 10, cheeky 10, and then we'll start investigating. So 10 pints, and then we're on. Got it.
Only 10.
Just a cheeky one. Crafty 10. Let's go.
I can guarantee a town like this only has cheap ale.
You enter the tavern. It's a tiny, rundown place. Seems to be managed by an Arakokra. He's just walking around getting stuff done. You see like another Arakokra just taking the chairs and just putting them upon the tables. See, place seems to be closed for the day. There are like two patrons in total. One each of them sitting at like a separate table. And as the door opens and you enter, the Arakokra just turns to, okay, I wasn't expecting customers. How can I help you today? For drinks, food, rooms?
Darling, we are some very tired travelers. We've been on the road all day. You would not believe how bad the roads are in these parts of town. Some ale and whatever you consider your best food.
Well, we don't have much, but I can see what I can do. Would you be needing rooms, or do you have any other place that you would stay?
We've not decided on accommodations yet tonight, have we?
Well, if you need a double room, it would be around 3 silver pieces, and a single room is around 6 silver pieces. While you decide on that, he just
Sure.
goes to the back, and he comes back with like, around 5 mugs of ale and a bunch of bread and cheese and all of that, and just lays it down, puts it down on your table.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't think we can stay with our friend. There's a lot of us, and I think we should.
Oh, uh, who's your friend again?
Oh, Edinburgh.
Indra. Oh yeah, blacksmith. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. There seem to be lacking people recently. Could you tell us a little bit
Uh,
more about what's going on?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Darling, there's a poster in the middle of town with an awful lot of flyers about.
Oh, that we don't know who keeps putting those things up. We've never even seen those people in the village.
Do, yeah, the blacksmith. Is he single?
Uh,
Damn.
well, as far as I've known, yeah.
Suspicious. It just kind of looks to everyone like, uh oh.
Right.
I want to
Uh,
shake hands with this person and introduce myself and cast Identify on them.
Nice.
Okay. Let me just look identify up for a minute, and I'll be back.
So if you touch a creature, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. If it's a curse, it won't tell me.
Okay. Yeah. You can you make a sleight of hand check?
Probably not, but I'll do my best. Let's see. I have my character information in 3 separate places right now. So, sleight of hand. Okay, I do have a positive modifier to that, so that's
Cool.
exciting.
Um,
Uh,
just out of curiosity, is this a thing that Ivy has done frequently?
oh,
Or at least,
absolutely,
yeah. So,
absolutely.
as a long-time traveling companion, would it be possible to give the help action, as
Oh yeah.
knowing that?
Yeah.
To
Just
So yeah,
distract him.
yeah. So
Mhm.
whilst this is going on, Gar puts Gar is big. Gar is a Goliath and a good like 8 foot tall, and so we'll put a hand encompassing this Aarakocra's entire shoulder and like fully distract what and trying to distract with conversation whilst Ivy's having this moment to cast.
So we've
you.
just grabbed the arm and the shoulder
Yeah.
of this person.
It's like, hi, my name is. So nice to meet you. Like 2
Uh,
conversations at once in this poor bird's ears.
What you
Gar
roll?
is helping.
You can roll with
It did
advantage.
help. It did help. I did better. That's a 17 total.
17. He just looks. All right. You notice that there's no exact spell cast on it. You can't exactly identify any kind of spell that's cast on it.
Okay, there's no spell. So, I didn't take message, did I? I did. I'm a fool. Um, it's okay.
I
Everything's
didn't
fine,
take the message
everybody.
either.
It's fine. Um,
I feel like we all know what you're doing, right? You've done
Yeah.
this a lot,
Mhm.
so we're all just kind of watching, and it's like,
I think Ivy just looks to everyone and kind of gives like a minute shake of the head when turning away, and just says, "It's so nice to meet you. This seems like such a charming town. A charming, charming town.
What?
Um,
What are you trying to cast?
curse the fact that I didn't get here earlier and
should we have
experience
traveled
the
faster?
beauties of this town before now. Curse that fact."
Are you like trying to cast something? I'm not getting what you're trying to do.
No, I'm just trying to talk to my party members without talking
Oh.
to them.
relaying information.
Um, Picking up Ivy's incredibly subtle hints,
Yeah.
Gar will pat the Aarakocra on the shoulder and go, "All right, lad. This is a great spread you've got, but that's just enough for me. My companions will need their own helpings as well. And not to be blunt or rude or whatnot, like you don't exactly have a lot of customers in here. I don't know if that's business being slow because of extenuating circumstances, or if it's mismanagement and whatnot. Have you considered diversifying your portfolio and attracting a wider range of customers? If you want, I'll come and have a little chat with you. I've got a lot of experience, and Gar will start to move the Aarakocra away to talk business plans.
Gargoyle just walks by you like a little too awkward to say no, thinking it would be a little too rude to just reject his patrons outright. So he just walks with you.
So as soon
Sure,
as
that's
the
fine.
barkeeper or tavern keeper is out of range, I'll look towards Ivy. It's just like, oh, so amnesia or cursed, but he should know the blacksmith had a wife.
Mm-hmm. But it is not some memory spell, at least. So we can rule that out. Um, holy Mike. I think your mic rubbed against something.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Uh,
No, it's okay.
It's good now.
It was
You're
You're
good.
just
fine
brief.
now.
It was a
It's
moment.
just it was just a brief moment. Um I kind of look towards Roxy as well because as a cleric that is more probably
Your thing.
your
Oh,
thing than my.
I mean, I'm paladin. Cleric is.
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
Sorry.
It's
Gaxus.
the same.
Axis is the
You're
cleric.
There's a.
your besties. I
You got
confused
it.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I look
Heavy-
towards Gaxus
only in
because
heavy armor.
cursing is more your thing. I guess Paladin too, right? Like would
Yeah,
be also.
I'm more.
I'm trying to see what I have.
I think Roxy is
I mean,
just going to be like, yeah, no, that's. I think that's more. And it's just going to go without saying anything to anyone else, and just try to start talking to one of the customers,
just
one of the
leave,
other people in
right?
here. Just be like,
Well,
yeah,
the other
it's not
two
really curses.
people over here are a halfling and there's an elf sitting at separate tables, both of them just silently drinking. Who would you be approaching?
I think it should go to the halfling. Be like, hi, excuse me.
Oh, hi.
Hi. My name is Roxy. I'm new in town. I was wondering, could you tell me a little bit about this place?
Oh, well, I don't know what could be there to tell you. I mean, it's a peaceful place. It's, not many, like, there were a few who went missing, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if they've been found or not yet. But
So
other
you,
than that, it's a peaceful place. It's a good
you
place. You could just find some nice food. It's not too much trouble.
what about housing?
Oh, well, there are a
I
lot of
mean, is it?
houses.
There's a lot of houses. It's like it's not a cutthroat market.
Oh, no, no, no.
Okay, okay. Um, but some people, you do know that some people did go missing. It's not just.
Well,
Should I?
two or three. That's it. I mean, there are. I know what you would say. There are a lot of missing persons, but honestly, no one knows who put them up. No one knows who they are. But there are two or three who are missing. That's it.
Okay, okay. And can I ask how long you've lived here?
Well, all my life,
Um,
I'm 33, and I've been living here all my
you
life.
don't look a day over 21.
Oh, thank you.
Um, okay, well, my friends and I are gonna eat. And thank you. Um,
Oh, sure, sure, sure. Yeah.
and then comes back over. Okay, so some people do remember missing people, but they don't know all the missing people. And there's a
Is
lot of
it
empty
ti-
houses.
Is it time to go and see the one who contacted us?
We probably should do that. Yes.
Yeah, after we've done our small meal, we'll go visit the blacksmith.
Let's see if he remembers his spouse.
Yeah, if he doesn't
Yeah, that
remember
might.
the fact that he contacted us about his missing wife, that is really going to bother me.
Well,
Right?
that will give us kind of a clue that there's a time, like a time effect, right? Because
Right.
since it happened.
Well, it's been a week since you got that letter because it took you a
Right.
week to get
Snail
Mhm.
it.
mail.
So let's see.
So yeah, let's go visit the blacksmith.
Gaxus
probably-
drags Gar away, talks of portfolio. First
Uh,
crying.
You catch the tail end of Gar engaging in conversation, convincing this tavern keep that they should consider latte art and maybe a tapas style menu
That's
before
right.
being dragged away.
Tapas menu.
I think Ivy has gone up to Gaxus with a book and is trying to engage in speculation about what the curse is.
Sure.
And Ivy it's very clear Ivy has no idea about curses. Like curses are not her thing, but she's doing her best to act like we're faking it till we make it here is what we're doing. It could be some kind of, maybe they found an artifact, maybe it's an item-based curse, maybe there's a powerful deity involved.
I mean, certainly if someone needs bodies or their time manipulation this would be a very clever way to get a bunch of people for a much
That's a
bigger effect.
Good point. What would you need the people for? Because presumably, if they've been taken, they're being taken for a purpose.
There's
Is this
it could be
maybe a
anything from
fairy thing?
could be fairies or could be someone trying to create an army or who knows what life steal magic like sapping of life they're trying to do. All kinds of horrible things that people are doing these days.
um Ivy is off on a tangent of like maybe they've gone to the Feywild and they're being held captive in a tiny little cage. And
Roxy is looking more and more nervous the more Ivy speculates.
Gaxus is very interested. Oh, this is very interesting.
We should go help in case they're in the Feywild in little tiny cages and being forced to eat terrible bugs and
Look, I don't think we can write off this is some kind of elaborate insurance scam.
it's
There's a
good to
lot of
rule these
housing.
things out. We can cross that off the list.
That's right. Very
they're not
good, Gar.
there's so many houses, none of them are being burned down. They're
Not
all over.
arson.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you know the the one percenters, the people with the money, they want the houses there so they can convert them into flats and apartments, and then they can profit off of selling them and renting them out to new people. But they had to get the old people out. It's an elaborate
I
insurance scam.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
positive
don't
about
think
it.
the Duke would of the region would like the fact that he'd have less peasants to work his fields.
Yeah, there's already more houses than there are people. And so if they make the houses hold even more people, then they've got even more housing and even fewer people. And I
Are
don't think
you
that's how
saying
math works.
are you saying that the real villain is capitalism?
Always.
In look, I've done
That's
many things.
capitalism,
I've
even
fought
because
in
of
many wars. I've smashed many skulls. You know, man, beast, and capitalism is always the enemy. It's always the villain.
You don't need
Ivy,
a positive intelligence modifier to know that.
Meanwhile, I
writing
thought it
this
was the
down.
region of the last town that we actually had to free that was the problem. I'll keep that in mind.
Mm. We live and we
Okay.
learn.
So after a while, you finally find the blacksmith's shop. It's closed right now. The forge is you see a few embers burning in the forge. The light is on within the house as well.
We'll knock on the house door, saying it's after business hours.
As you knock, you hear footsteps and the door just swings open. You see Andrew. He just looks a little paler than before. He's grown leaner, like almost like as if he's the whole worrying has just gotten to his health.
Are you
So I
eating?
offer him a hug and say, "Darling, you look absolutely dreadful."
Oh, hi. How took you guys long enough? How have you been?
Better than you. Please, let's just sit down and have a nice little chat over tea.
Are you
Sure.
hungry? You
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
look like you've been eating. I can make you some spaghetti.
yeah. No. It's fine. It's fine. Come on in. As he just leads you, he just goes over to the fireplace. He just puts on a kettle, and he just turns to you. When did you get into town?
Just
Just now.
About an hour ago.
I saw the missing posters.
Oh, you saw them again. No idea who they are. I tried to put up uh, Luna's pictures, but looks like the other posters just covered her, so can't exactly find hers anymore.
So
Oh,
going back to the letter you sent us a week ago, you said that she came back from her adventures. She
Well,
went to the inn to celebrate or something.
she was away for a week. She got some contract to kill some dragon.
Right.
She was away for a week. She came back, and well, she went to the tavern to celebrate. The tavern keeps wife. She's friends with her.
Right. and she never came back home.
She never came back home. And I asked around the village. It seems people have even forgotten that she exists.
Oh dear me.
Mhm.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Who is putting up all the other
no clue.
posters?
No idea.
Someone's making fake missing posters to cover up the posters of real missing people, so the real missing people can't be found because there's just fake missing people.
Such evil in the world. Hey, excuse me, GM. Did we notice if it was only women missing or only men
No, no,
missing
no.
or just
It's
everyone?
random. It's random. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Um, and and they don't remember her in the tavern at all. That's very
They
strange.
don't remember at all. Like, it seems like the entire village forgot she ever existed.
Speaking of which, we didn't see the tavern keeper's wife.
No. How come you remember?
I don't know. Maybe
Mm,
because she actually existed. You remember her?
Of course, we remember Luna.
mhm.
Can I feel if the same just magic that was around the town is around him?
No, you don't. You cannot feel that. I mean, I would say your detect magic is still up, so you cannot feel that.
I mean,
Mhm.
I can. Yeah, I would recast if I need to. Okay.
Hmm.
Have
Who's
you been
somewhere between?
out lately?
Uh, been out a couple of times to get some food in, but other than that, I don't see a point of going out at this point.
Have there been any big changes in town? Any big new people or stores or different
New church?
merchants?
People have been moving out lately. I mean, I think they are. I don't know who exactly were moving out. I'm not exactly sure when they were moving out. But yeah, houses are getting emptier and emptier.
It seems like is food getting harder to get? Is like
No,
no?
no,
Are
food's easier
do,
actually. I
do you
mean,
still have
I go
customers?
out, I go out of town to hunt, so it's like it's easier
Okay,
to get food.
okay. I are do you still have customers?
Yeah, one's supposed to come in tomorrow to pick up a sword.
Same number of customers? Like business isn't hard?
I mean, this kind of village with the amount of people living in here, it's okay, I would say.
Worse than before? Same as
A
before?
little worse than before, but still
Okay.
manageable.
I think we need to wait till morning and talk to the town mayor, see if we can get a hold of some records.
Do
Yeah,
do you know if
I want.
most go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do you know if most people in the village also hunt, or do
I
most people
mean,
just stay in
there
their
are a
homes?
few who hunt, there are a few who buy food.
Okay. Okay, so maybe it's not going out in the woods. I mean, woods are magic. Like nature is very healing and it's very good, but maybe that's not what's.
Since you don't go outside that much, that gives me a clue. I'm not sure what it is yet, but but the more people are out and about, the more they lose their memory. That's my guess.
Um, After we leave here, I'm not saying we have to do this now, but after we leave here, I want to cast Find Familiar, um, and call upon. I'm gonna say this time, like bird of some kind, crow, raven. Um, and I want to get like an aerial view of like anything weird, obviously weird about the larger picture of the town or surroundings. Like, oh, there's an ominous castle on the hill where there wasn't an ominous castle before.
Mhm.
All right.
Just to get like a bird's eye view of what's happening.
Gotcha. Anyone else wants to do anything else right now?
I want to wait until the morning so we can either go to the market or talk to the town mayor.
Okay.
Yeah, I might try to find a rat or a non-find familiar bird and just be like, are there any changes? Gotta speak with animals. Have you noticed the humans acting strange? Has anything big changed? Are the vibes wrong?
Can you make a perception check actually? See if you can
Perception?
find him. Yeah.
Okay.
What about the other two?
Um, Gar knows this is not their strength at all. If there's not an obvious thing to go and hit, Gar kind of goes, you know what? I'll let the smart people figure this out. Tell me where to go and I'll do the thing. But right now,
I feel like
I'm
he
just gonna
smuggled a
stand
beer.
around. Oh yeah,
Gaxus is
That's a 14
sorry.
percent. Go on.
So what Gaxus is doing is very concerned about the appearance of Leandro. So Gaxus is pulling out teas from his bag. You should have this is going to lift your mood. I give it to Gar all the time. This is the whatever flower tea. Let's steep it just for you. You're going to feel right as rain in the morning.
Hibiscus with a bit of lavender and some honey
And
and
some
mint
honey, yes.
would be would lift his spirits very well.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. I'm guessing all of you are going back to the tavern to stay, or are you planning on staying here?
I think we'll probably go back to the tavern to stay unless he wants us to stay here. But Ivy is going to make the case because Gaxus suggested spaghetti that there should be spaghetti, or somebody suggested spaghetti. Did somebody? Oh, it was
Roxy.
Roxy who has a colander.
Yes.
It
she
happens.
I don't
she
know what's
carries
wrong
one of
with
her cooking
it.
tools on her head.
I've played like 6 TTRPG games in the last 48 hours, and
That's
it's
so
not
legit.
legit. Anyway, yes. I think probably Ivy looks a little confused and does say this to Gaxus. It's like, wait, no, you're not the spaghetti bird. Hang on. This town is very confusing.
It's been a long journey. It was very hot.
1
I
week.
should have some.
It's better you stay at the tavern. Not much of a room here. Not much room here for you to
Alright.
actually sleep comfortably.
That's fair. Okay.
I'm pretty sure Gaxus takes up his own room. And then the ladies and I, the ladies and I can share a room. I don't know if Gaxus wants to share a room with
I do not mind.
room for the ladies, room for the men.
yeah.
Ivy will
Sure.
sleep wherever.
I,
she
for
is
one, do
appointed.
not want to deal with Gaxus's snoring again.
That's right. Ugh.
Rude.
Come on.
He kept me up
Gar.
all night last night
Yes.
when we were sleeping on the road.
I cannot help that I have evolved very narrow nostrils. Cannot help it. But that's fine. One for the men and one for everyone else is fine. I have modest means. I'll pay for my room.
As all of you, start to head off to
Did I
sleep,
get anything from animals?
you.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, right. What's your perception?
14.
What did you roll for your perception? 40. You do maybe find
Yeah.
a rat. Yeah.
Hi.
You can't speak with
Yes.
animals, right? Can you make an animal handling check, please?
Sure thing. That's only a 12.
That's good enough.
I was about to say, would you like the help action?
No. I think 12 is good enough.
might scare the
So
rat.
you see the rat just scurry to you.
Hi. Hi, I'm new here. It's very nice to meet you. My name is Roxy. Talks way too much about herself. So I
You see that the rat also just talks way too much about herself again.
in my head, Roxy is squeaking, so everyone's just watching this. It's the Kronk squeak squeaker squeak squeakum exchange. Okay, so my friends and I, we have a friend who's from here who's missing, and we're trying to figure out what's happening. Have humans been doing anything strange recently? I mean, beyond the usual strange human things.
Well, people have been going in, people have been going about their work. Storing their grains. Winter is coming, so I'm also taking food into my
Yes,
home
it's
as well.
very important.
Yeah, I found this granary nearby, so I'm just getting all the food, getting it back to my place. Making sure that my entire family stays fed. And I,
Yeah.
but uh, wait, what are we talking about again?
People doing humans doing strange things.
Oh no, I don't think I've noticed.
Okay, there's not. Are there fewer of them?
Well,
Still.
the granary used to have guards, but no, it's not. Maybe they got moved to
That's
another
good for
granary.
you. That's good for you, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And are they like are people going places? Have you noticed people places where they normally aren't?
What do you mean?
Is it like usually this part of the forest was really empty, but now suddenly there's people going
Oh
there
no,
a
no, no,
lot
no,
or
no, no,
something
no.
like that?
People.
No,
Yeah.
okay. Well, thank you. Good luck with winter, and please say hi to your family for me.
Okay.
And then Roxy turns back and is
Nothing.
like turns around, squeak squeak. Oh, they haven't really noticed anything strange. There's no more cats around the granary though.
I said guards, not cats.
Oh, guards. I'm sorry. There are
Just
no more
fewer
guards around
guards.
the granary, so
Okay. What about our little aerial reconnaissance? I only need
Oh
to
yeah. Can you
pack
roll
for
a
4 hours,
perception
so I'll
check?
be up like the latest.
Can you roll the perception check for the this thing? The familiar. Does it have dark vision? Julie, I think you are the one who was doing a perception check with the.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Ivy,
I got distracted.
you're
Ivy,
familiar,
yeah,
Ivy.
I guess if I pick a bird, it probably does. I said I think raven, right? Um, I don't know if it specifically has dark vision, but I have to assume it would. Oh, let's go. Can I? Is it too late for me to say owl?
Yeah, I mean it's not. Yeah, familiars would have dark vision. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it can see in the dark then.
yeah. Can you roll a perception check?
Perception, sure.
It'll be your
I was in the
perception
chat.
check plus 2 because of the familiar awareness.
Oh dear. Um, it's not gonna matter. Uh,
So it's the familiar's perception, not yours. I think.
yeah, I think it's
Owl's perception is a plus 5 if you're going for an owl.
yeah, so that's still an 11 even with a +5. So,
Oh yeah,
uh
that's not.
oops.
Uh,
This is all weekend. All weekend this has been how I'm rolling.
Oh no,
rolling.
No.
it's
you
usually me. So
look around, but it's way too dark. It's past midnight, and you're not exactly able to find anything because you don't know what you're exactly looking for either.
Sure. I mean, I will report back like the reason why I think that I didn't find anything is because it's hard because I don't know what specifically to tell
Hmm.
or to look for to tell my owl to look for. Um, but I will return the owl to me, um, and we'll put them in to bed in their little demi plane,
Well,
ethereal plane, um, to be conjured again tomorrow.
Okay. As all of you, get to bed. And I'm assuming, is there anything else you people would want to do before you go to bed, or shall we just move to that part?
Just move on, I think.
Gaxus does
I-
his skincare routine, then goes to bed.
All right.
I only need 4 hours of trance, so I'll probably be the last one to go to sleep. So I'll take the either the late shift or the first shift. I assume that we don't all sleep at the same time.
Mm.
So as you try to get to your rooms, and as you start to drift off, you hear the insects and the just the usual noises outside this thing, almost going into a symphony, like almost as if you could hear some music among these insects and nature around you. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shoot!
If it's the
Ah,
fucking Fae, Ivy is going to be
Just
so
go,
smug.
called it.
So smug.
My wisdom saving throw is a 19, so I got a total of 20.
Okay.
Wisdom is my
Okay.
stat. I got a total of 26.
Okay.
I only got a 15.
All right.
I also got a 15, including my cloak of protection, which gives me a +1.
Okay.
I got a
And
10.
Oh dear.
okay.
Wise.
Roxy, Ivy, and Gar. Gar, right?
Oh
Is
dear.
that Gar?
Yes.
Gar.
Gar.
As the three of you wake up the next morning, you don't exactly remember what you are here for.
Oh no.
You do remember a call for help, but you don't know who sent it. To you, it's as if Eandro never existed.
Um,
Did we forget about our friends? Like, I'm in a room with several of them.
No, you didn't forget about the others. It's only Eandro that you forgot
Okay.
Mm.
I assume Luna too.
about. No, not Luna.
Oh.
You know that Luna is married to someone, but you don't know who. Basically, you don't know they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gar is personally under the impression that the ale was much stronger than originally anticipated and thinks it's just a really strong hangover. So Gar is just sat there going, uh, you sure we didn't sneak in some extras? Because like my head is banging. I
Gaxus.
feel like
As we gather for breakfast, I'll have them read the letter again to refresh them as to why we're here.
nah, don't remember that at all. Don't remember the letter. Don't remember.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Luna's married?
Yeah, he's the town blacksmith.
All of you are so.
Congratulations.
All of you are gonna. Who knows what you're going to do now that you've had too much to drink? This is shameful behavior. Here.
I had nothing to drink. This must be from studying too late last
I
night.
only had one
Irresponsible.
mug, and it was I only had one mug, and it was it's you have to. It's part of rites.
You know, if I were a cleric, I would cast Greater Restoration on myself at breakfast every single morning. This is Ivy, but this is also me, Jilly,
Yeah.
saying I don't know why people who can cast Greater Restoration don't just do it every single day.
So you're just casting that on yourself?
I can't. It's not in the wizard spell list,
Oh,
but other
Oh, yeah,
people
okay.
should.
But I think all three of you are just whatever you guys have done. I can actually cast that. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm very inexperienced cleric. Everybody,
You're trying.
I am trying.
I'm fine. I don't know what everybody else's problem is. We don't need it. I'm just saying people who can cast it should cast it on themselves. I don't need it because I haven't forgotten anything. I just stayed up too late studying. There is nothing wrong with me.
Well,
Aside of forgetting about our dear friend the blacksmith.
you never
Who?
told me that that Luna was married.
This is ridiculous.
Uh, Look, I'll be honest. Fella, don't know, sent a letter saying that Luna's gone missing. That
You
that's suspicious. Well, that's odd. Like claiming that she was married to him. I don't remember that.
Mm,
For the
Luna's a
past 10
you're
years.
right.
yeah. No, whoever this fella is, who I don't know from Jim. That's
His name is
sketchy as hell.
Jim.
Yeah,
I'm saying I don't know him from Jim. You
So
know,
he's
His
not
name is
Jim.
Jim.
Jim is his friend.
I don't know his friends because I don't know him.
But you know that they're named Jim.
Yeah, I'm confused. Who's Jim?
Well, it's a saying, all right. Like,
Come at
I
me,
think a
Sean
lot of
Bean.
people,
Let's go.
I think a lot of people say you don't know him from Adam, but I don't know any Adams. I know a Jim,
So
and I
Jim
don't
and
know him
Adam,
from Jim.
but you don't know Jim. No,
Uh,
you do know
I,
Jim, but you don't know Adam.
I think so, or maybe I know an Adam and I don't know a
How,
Jim. So then the
how
phrase
about we
I
go
don't
see the
know him from
town
Adam.
mayor?
I feel
Am
like
I
this argument continues on the way to the
Yeah,
mayor.
all the way to the mayor's house.
God, working out a flowchart of who he does and doesn't know.
So on the way to the town hall, we're gonna check out the marketplace in the morning, see how many people are actually there.
You head out to the town hall, towards the town hall, and you don't notice many people around. It's like a very few people, some of them just selling their wares, and even fewer just trying to buy stuff. Again, doesn't make any sense as to the number of houses. Purely definitely indicates that there should be a larger population, but it's very way too less over here.
I'd like to stop by a fruit vendor and pick up some, you know, apples, I guess,
Right? As you
and ask
yeah,
them
there
how
you
business has been lately.
I don't know. I come from a different town, and every time I come in, as he just hands you the apples, it's lesser and lesser customers here. I honestly think I should just stop coming in at this point.
Have you noticed
Hmm.
any strange behaviors recently?
Well,
New people in town, new buildings coming up.
no, but most of the old people they seem to be missing.
The old people.
Not exactly the elderly ones, like the people I knew some time ago. They're missing. Those
The
missing posters.
regulars.
Yeah, my regulars, exactly.
Do you know all the faces on those missing posters?
Most of them.
Oh,
How long have they been missing?
4 or 5 weeks.
4 or 5 weeks.
um,
It's been gradual, right? Not all at once.
No, it's been gradual. Over the last 4 or 5, it's been increasing.
hmm.
I look at Gaxus as this like hypothesis.
Well, I don't think this. I don't believe you sleep here, fruit seller. Must be something happening at night.
I don't know. I just get. I live.
You said there's a strange melody at when they were sleeping at night. I trance so I can be able to hear it. And we just lost.
Yeah, this is all very bad. I don't like this. This feels strange.
You're muted, Eneric.
I think,
Sorry, family walked in.
All right.
of course. Um,
There was some strange melody with the in the insect call last night. If I remember correctly, that's what I heard.
strange melody.
Oh,
Yeah,
as
all
a
of you.
musician, I would pick up a different change
Mhm.
in the sound of in the surrounding sounds. Yes.
Ivy has had a brilliant idea, which she has never had before, which is that maybe it's the Fae.
What is it with you and Faye?
I
Like
mean, I
these
did.
are my
What are you talking
cousins.
about?
I did. I didn't feel any fey when we came in.
Okay. I mean, I'm not saying it's them. I'm just saying sometimes people can get distracted, and well,
Mhm.
maybe if we forgot, you say we forgot some things, right?
Yes.
Maybe the people
Yeah.
who are missing also forgot,
Are we
and
gonna, are we gonna get to meet
they
your friend, the blacksmith?
Speaking of the blacksmith, I feel like we should check on him.
Yeah. After we talk to the town mayor,
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to the town mayor and get some like get record of the census of what the town should be.
Okay. You head over to this one of the the larger buildings in the area. So you don't notice much of a security over there. Like again, population seems to be less in this area. So you see, the mayor just sitting at on his porch. He seems to be just talking to a few people. You see a bunch of the mayor is. You see a minotaur standing tall, around 7 feet. He's just giving talking to a few of the citizens around. And as you approach, he just turns to all of you. Well, I've not seen you around in this place.
We're friends of the blacksmith.
No,
Uh,
they
the
are.
who?
I'm not. Don't know him.
You friends with the who?
Oh
We're
goodness.
friends of the blacksmith. Please play along with us here.
He just turns to the people around. Wait, I know this town front and back. We don't. I don't think we have a blacksmith.
I knew it.
Darling, you definitely do have a blacksmith.
Oh, I would if I would remember if we did.
Well, could
this is
we
what
just
I'm
take
saying.
a peek see at your town records just for a few minutes? Give him a few coin for incentive.
Mhm.
I he just looks at you. I don't think I should let you look at the down records.
Oh, we're heroes. We wouldn't be doing anything bad.
Just curiosity. I use a 24 on my persuasion as I butter him up and give him a few coins.
Nice.
He just walks over inside and he just comes back with a large book. Well, this was from 1 year ago. I just place it on the table.
Thank you so much, my darling. You just give us a few moments.
All right. He just walks a little back and just keeps his eyes right on you. Doesn't turn away.
Uh, yeah. So as we're going through the records, I glance at Gaxus. He doesn't remember that the town has a blacksmith. That is not a good thing.
No, and I'm worried about this, the state of our friend.
The
This is
market was
very
half full.
concerning. I I really do want to go back to the blacksmith's place and see if there's any trace of him left.
Agreed.
Okay. So who's going back to the blacksmith? Who's going through the records?
Yeah, I'll pop over to Lax. Who wants to come with me?
Uh, I'll I'll tag along, and when we're slightly out of earshot from the rest of the group, Gar will very sincerely inquire, like, "Now, I thought the metaphor was we're friends with Dorothy. I'm not sure is friends with a blacksmith a new one because I know we've been friends with Dorothy for a while, but
Gaxus is like looking into Gar's eyes, like, "What is wrong with you? This doesn't. This is no ale. You've been affected. You're coming. You're staying right with me. I'm gonna show you where we were just last night, Gar."
all right. So just confirm, we're friends of the blacksmith. That's the new
Yes.
friends of Dorothy. Got it.
We could have more than one friend.
But apparently, I'm not good with idioms and sayings. I keep getting them wrong. Apparently it's Adam, not Jim.
Jim,
Blacksmith, not Dorothy.
Jim
Like,
and Adam and Dorothy. The gang's all here.
So once we're there at his place, what do we see?
Right. You see that the door is locked from the inside.
Shifty.
give a pretty loud, forceful knock.
We knock on this stranger's door.
Yeah.
No answer.
Right.
Is there a
Well,
window?
is anyone in there?
If there is
Because,
a window,
I want to look in the window, and can we like open the window, try and get inside?
you look through the window and you see that the house is a mess. The table overturned, and the you see most of the like objects have just been are just thrown to the ground. Some shattered. As you open the window, as you enter this place.
Uh, so whilst Gaxus is being coy and subtle and sneaking through a window, Gar stood next to the door will very loudly announce, "All right, if no one's in there, or if someone is in there and choosing not to respond, what I'm saying is I don't have a warrant, and you have every right as the owner of this establishment to attack and dismember me for breaking and entering. But right now, I'm going to kick your door in. Right? You've had your warnings. You're allowed to attack me. I do not possess any authority to do this, and I'm going to kick the door in."
I love him.
Can you make an athletics check?
Yes, I can. Okay, so what is my plus to that? That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right, you kick the door in. This part of the lock just clatters on the ground as you enter the room. Again, most of it is just a mess. You see a tiny pool of blood in the middle of the room.
Gar checks himself to make sure he's not bleeding to confirm that's not his blood. No, not mine. Got it. And
If
then
it was
just
yours,
points
I
at
would have
it.
known.
Like, sometimes got to make sure and all that. He just gestures at it because I don't know what to do with it.
Can I I'd like to just like look around the room and see if there's anything that wasn't there last night.
You make a perception, make an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh, let's see how that goes. Gaxus was distracted by something. I got a 6.
Yeah, you don't find anything different from what you've seen last night. Everything appears to be the same, except it's just a mess.
Well, nothing was taken or
All right.
that I could see.
Let's just go back to the other side of the party where they're just going
Yeah.
through the records. You see that this place used to have its own like a lot of citizens actually. Seems strange that most of them are in the records, but You also see Arno's and Luna's name, but you can't exactly find them in person.
Okay, I'm just going to jot down some quick notes and return the book back to the mayor.
Okay. All right. Uh, so after that you would just go back to the blacksmith,
Yeah,
or is there anything you
I'll
would
join the others at the blacksmith.
Okay.
My first reaction was, as I see the door wide open, was, Car, did you have to kick another door in?
I should have kept a better eye on him.
Look, I gave warning. I asked nicely, I asked politely, and then
course
told
you
them
did.
that if they didn't like it, they could stab me.
And no one ever does, even when they are on the other side of the door, dear.
Well, that's on them. I'd argue it's a skill issue.
I mean, this is really an improvement because, as we said, there were several steps before the kicking, which historically has not always been the case.
True. When we first met, he would just kick in the door without warning. So
I think we should, grade on a curve.
on a curve, he has gotten better. Yes.
Being very polite for kicking in a door. I've never seen a more polite kicking in at the door.
Look,
I'm
we
just
spent
going to over the room as I arrived after everyone else. I rolled 11 with my skill that gives me a 17.
What are you rolling for again?
Perception, because I've just gotten into the room, so
You notice, along with the pool of blood, you also see that you find scratch marks as if someone was holding on with their nails as they were dragged.
can I trace those drag marks?
You follow those trace marks to the closet.
I carefully open the closet as I ready a weapon.
Dragging someone
Alright.
into the closet during Pride.
Yeah, I know, it's such a crime.
Did not realize that.
You threw him in the closet during Pride.
As you, what do you do?
So I'm
once
readying
you trace
my rapier as I carefully open the door.
you open the closet, find that the entire whole thing is a mess, but inside you see what looks like a tunnel that leads deep underground.
Ooh.
And that is where we can take a break.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Secret tunnel, nice one.
Secret tunnel.
That's it.
like right before the break, you found a tunnel leading underground inside the closet. It's
Ivy's
apparently
going.
Leandro was dragged into the hole, and yeah,
Ivy
that's where.
is a
Yeah, go
wizard, and so knows that she should not go first if we are going to go into a tunnel. So she will look at everybody else to be like, so which of you are going to be the shield in front of me?
I think like Roxy like looks down the tunnel and is like, "Oh, oh, if it's that deep underground, I couldn't have felt it." So, and then looks at Ivy and goes, "It might be the Fae."
Um,
Does Ivy still think it is a failure?
Why are
I mean,
you
I don't know
people
that
thinking of
Ivy
my
thinks
cousin?
it's the Fae, but if Ivy was accidentally correct about it, we'll claim to have thought it was the Fae the entire time. Like, it was just one of a million theories that Ivy was tossing out, but she will cling to it if it is correct.
You realize, as a high elf, I'm technically related to Fae, as we're
I'm
both
not
sylvan
saying
creatures.
that it is necessarily a Fae issue. I'm just saying charm is something that the Fae have in abundance.
Yes, they do. Thank you.
whilst all of these conversations are going on, Gar has already walked over to the tunnel. Is it a vertical tunnel, or does it seem to go at
It's
an angle?
like at a 60 degree angle, so it's a little steep. So once you go in, you can just slide down.
Yeah. So Gar has already knelt down at the top of the tunnel, takes out a javelin, stabs it into the ground, and started tying rope around it, and is already preparing to go down. Like everyone else keep talking, Gar's like, I'm off.
Does
It's just
Gar
a secret
have
tunnel.
night vision?
Do Goliaths have dark
Goliaths do
vision?
not.
Good question. I don't think so.
Because I
Goliaths.
have dark vision, so as much as I would not like to volunteer going first,
I
unless somebody has a torch or a light source to bring with you, I guess I might have to.
I have.
I
Dark
also have dark vision. Yeah.
and I am.
I'm pretty sure I have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Roxy.
I have dark vision. I'm not as much of a tank as Gar, but I am pretty tanky.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that I have light as a cantrip, but I will check.
I'm gonna
Check
wait
one
till
of my
we go further down.
I think
I can't
like
believe I picked one of 3 races that don't have dark vision. How foolish.
Very
I
strange.
do.
It's very
do
strange
dragon-
that Goliaths don't have dark vision, though. They live in the mountains.
Right.
That it is weird. Dragonborn, do we have dark vision? Not by
Yes, we
default,
do.
right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes, you
okay.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've been a dragonborn.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too.
So Roxy and Gaxus can lead.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Roxy.
right behind a Gar who's
Because
already
this
there.
tunnel can likely only fit one person at a time.
Sure.
So Roxy, Gaxus, me, Ivy, and then Gar can follow up the lead with whatever light source he uses. Otherwise, we'll
Yep.
tether a rope to him and just tug him along.
Gaxus is this close to tie yourself to Gar.
I will be your eyes, Gar. It's okay.
All right.
Roxy will
Let's
go.
stand at the mouth of the tunnel and just, okay, we can do this. Hell meat sauce full of beef. Blessed is the salt from thy shaker. We ask you be with us, non-pirates, in our hour of hunger, and save us a cup at the beer volcano. Ramen. And we'll go.
Does anyone
Okay.
else feel real hungry?
I always do whenever Roxy prays.
It's a good religion. I see why it gets butts and seats.
I swear
it's that.
I've gained 5 pounds since the time we started
Mhm.
adventuring, which is really not good for my figure.
Carbs are central to the religion.
Carbs and beef.
As you start going down, you start to hear some skittering and growling noises
Oh,
from the tunnel.
don't love that. As a wizard, I helpfully inform Gar that there are some skittering and growling noises.
Gar assumes the position, shield, flail. Goes, all right. Now, I can hear, but I can't see. So just point, and I'll start slapping.
Okay.
You do see, faint movements in the distance, some quadrupedal movements.
How big is
Is
this
it
tunnel? Is it still only single file?
It's around, I would say, around 15 feet in height and around
Okay.
15 feet in width as well.
Wow,
Okay.
that's a
What's
big tunnel.
is the friend shaped? Like
Well, you
the
won't know unless you get
quadruped?
closer.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
we've got a choice here. We can either
Wait,
be tactful, we can
What?
be sneaky, or I can go slap it.
I have a thing for this.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a scribe wizard. Um, we have. Sorry, I have to refer to this specific thing because scribe wizards are newer to me. Um, this Wizards of the Coast. This is not what I asked you for. D&D Beyond. I very specifically did not. Okay, sorry. Basically, scribe wizards have a thing where we can kind of create. It's not an arcane eye, but it's very similar to it, and we can zoom it off, to look at things. Um, I will find the very specific thing. It's not the quill. It's not spell work. Sixth level. Yes, we're sixth level. Okay. It's going to my awakened spellbook can cause the mind to manifest as a tiny spectral object hovering in a space of my choice within 60 feet of me. It sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius, so Gar, you're welcome. It looks like a ghostly tome, a cascade of text, or a scholar from my past. So it's gonna be a cascade of text. It's gonna be like a blinking cursor. Um, and it has dark vision, and it shares what it hears with me. And I can have it hover up to 30 feet in an unoccupied space, and it lasts for 300 feet. Basically, I want to give me like a glimpse of what this quadruped is.
All right. Can you make a perception check?
I don't know, can I? Let's find out. One of my 3 character sheets that I have open. Efficiency. Perception. Oh gosh, I'm not a wizard. I'm not a perception baby. But that is a 17. I rolled well.
You notice. All right. You try to look at this creature. It seems to be some kind of humanoid figure itself, trying to move on 4 legs, on its 4
Oh,
limbs.
some
Like a
exorcist
person?
stuff.
A person itself.
I no, I dislike.
It's in dim light, so people
Yeah.
can see this.
Important question. It's a
You
person on all fours on the floor or crawling on the ceiling.
no,
Very
no,
important
on
distinction.
on the floor, on the
Okay,
floor.
okay.
Good. That's
You see
better.
what look like large claws,
Oh.
huge tongue, and it seems to be holding on to what looks like a small hand in its mouth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ew.
Well,
Gar.
I'm I'm
Gar.
just gonna divine sense again.
It's
'Cause,
an undead. It is definitely undead.
Oh.
okay, that's undead. That's an undead. That's
so
Gar,
it's like Roxy's like mom arming everyone. That's an undead. That's an undead. That's an undead.
I mean,
Right. Just as
I
confirmation, we ain't trying to chat to it. I go
no,
slap.
go
I
for
would
it.
Go
I would
for it, man.
what are you going to do again?
uh,
Go
We're
ahead.
gonna sit
I'm
Gar on
gonna
him.
I'm gonna go fight it. Look at it.
Yeah, you can definitely. Can you roll for attack and just tell me how you would attack it?
Yeah. So it's decided. I got confirmation. The group said attack. So go on, shield up. I'm just gonna rush in and swing my flail. That is. Let me do my math. You'd think I would remember numbers, but I don't. That is a 24 to hit.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
absolutely hits.
Uh, so that's the right shape. For 9 damage.
You run to this creature, and as you swing your flail at it, you see its head just pops clean off with that hit of yours, and just falls to the ground, dead.
That's suspicious.
This
Mm-hmm.
creature
That was too easy.
is a ghoul.
Okay.
It's a ghoul,
Okay.
and anyone familiar with these, ghouls know that where there are a lot of dead bodies, there are always ghouls.
Oh.
Okay.
He was eaten.
Mhm.
So our
That
blacksmith
seems
was
bad.
taken and may be already dead.
And
I
you
mean,
said it
maybe. I
had
mean,
like
that
a hand in its mouth,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yep.
so an arm,
Dinner.
like
An arm, yeah,
can
an entire arm, like almost elbow length, is just holding it in its almost a rotting arm that it's holding in its mouth.
yeah. Gar will lift it up and hold it. Does it look fresh or rotting?
No, I did say rotting.
Rotting. Yep.
Mm.
Right. Now, I don't know this blacksmith fella, but if you were talking to him last night, this ain't him. So there's more.
I'm sure your friend's okay. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Luna's probably fine too. Everyone's fine. We should go find who's not fine.
Yes, there's a possible pile of dead corpses somewhere. We should probably find it.
Um,
Is the tunnel just like one way, or are there? Is there a
That's
fork
the
path?
map
The,
we have left.
well, for now it seems to be one way itself,
Okay.
and as you keep going further, you see there are a bunch of tunnels that seem to be meeting this thing.
um, so
We should
my
investigate the tunnels, the side tunnels.
yeah. Um,
Uh, you like
well,
follow them,
so
or
my
Side-
divine sense works for 60 feet. So if I feel more ahead, I would kind of warn.
Mhm. So yeah, you don't notice many ghouls right now, but as you keep going, you do notice that it's a network of tunnels under this town. All of them the same length and same height and same width.
So each tunnel probably leads to a house.
Maybe.
Intel.
Perception check to see if there's footprints or scratch marks to get a general feel of where traffic might be going.
Yeah, make a perception check. You do
21.
have dark vision, right? Oh, yeah, 21. You do notice, the like there are drag marks and almost marks of some kind of like moving dirt, as if like the kind of patterns that are formed when some kind of worms just move through the dirt.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those kind of patterns that seem to be leading further into the tunnels, further underground.
I point to the tracks that I found or pattern and suggest that we follow that.
Do you think maybe they're friendly?
We'll find out.
No, dear.
Oh,
Look, we,
okay.
we,
Let's.
we can hold out hope that they'll be friendly, but we're going to assume not.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's keep going. Yeah.
All right, going further and further into this tunnel, you seem to have just walked around maybe a mile, a little bit more than that, into this place. You come across what looks like a bunch of like a large cavern, maybe around 30 feet in height. You see a lot of bodies that seem to have scattered around this area. some of them half eaten, some of them just left like that to rot.
I take my scarf and cover my mouth because this probably smells absolutely horrid.
Oh yeah, it does. You see I know few ghouls in the distance that seem to be just picking at the bodies.
Right. Oh,
May I do a religion check to
Hmm?
see if I know about any gods? To do a religion check to see if there's any gods that live underground that need a lot of dead bodies for something.
Not a yeah, you can make a religion check. Anyone else can make a nature or history check as well.
Oh, nature is
Okay.
not one of my big strong points.
Nature is
My
an in skill. I'm good at those.
Ooh, 21. I rolled high.
I got a dirty 20 with my religion check.
See, I bragged about it and then I rolled badly.
Oh,
Aw.
No.
the
What was
dice
the
gods
religion?
cursed us. Revenge.
What
Mhm.
was the religion?
Religion was 20 total.
Well, you do remember like the three gods, Bane, Baal, and Merkul, that could have done, like, there are some things that point to this, but you don't see any kind of cultist activity or
Okay.
religious symbols around.
Okay.
Hmm.
Roxy's just gonna like sees all these bodies and just like kind of cringes and goes, I stand before you, a humble servant, here to offer blessings and guidance as your soul begins its new journey across the Lasagna Bridge. May the flying spaghetti monster smile upon you and hold you in his noodly embrace and share with you his never-ending possible ramen. Just little blessings, passage blessing.
Gar will pat Roxy on the shoulder and go, that was nice. That was nice. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Thank you. Beautiful.
Now I'm craving
Beautiful.
lasagna.
Yeah, right. Shoot, I could eat
Alright.
a lasagna.
So that guy will kind of kick any little dead bodies out of the path and start walking forward.
I just
There we go.
I I look over the bodies to see if we can recognize any of them.
Yeah. Can you make an investigation check, please?
Yes.
Anyone made the? Did anyone pass the nature check?
I got a seven.
My nature check was 21, but my investigation's only 13.
All right, investigation first. You do notice a few, like the two bodies that you recognize. One, a fresher body of Eandro, and in the distance, cut off in half, is a more rotten body of Luna. And you do notice most of the bodies from the, like, as far as I can remember, from the missing posters as well.
Oh, may this villain get exactly what they deserve.
I think Ivy is going to say a quick like it I don't even think it's a prayer. I think it's just kind of like an acknowledgement to Mistra that she's going to deal with this because Mistra is her guiding star in terms of witness and is like, okay, we're going to deal with this now. And then, you know, she'll study to see if she can find a way to help Luna in the afterlife or back to whatever. We're level 6. Let's be realistic about our goals here.
This is not the first time we find a dead body, and
Mhm.
yes, I pray to Oli Damara that they find their way across the Rainbow Bridge to their final resting peace.
Gar's
Right.
marching forward, I'm guessing.
Yep.
We should keep
Everyone's
going.
having their moment. Gar will go, that's nice. That's nice. All right, off we go.
So
We should
for
keep
your
going
21
so
in
this will
nature,
help.
you remember stuff about these kind of circumstances. You've heard of it somewhere before. The melody, the bodies, people just forgetting about these people, like forgetting about the missing ones. These seem like the doings of an an ancient aberration called a false hydra.
Knew it. Called it. Been not metagaming this whole time.
Yep, that's what you get, Amy.
I follow Gar as Gar marches forth.
Right.
Gax is already behind Gar.
I'll catch up to the group after I've given my prayers to the dead.
Right. You
Gaxus is trying to pick a stray hair off of Gar this whole time. Let me. Sorry.
keep heading further and further into this thing, and as you go into this place, you see there is a tiny river that seems to be flowing in the middle of a cavern. There is a little bit light around due to the glowing fungus around you. This is a small cavern around 40 feet in height with the ceiling. And as you step into this cavern, your boots crunching on the cold stone, the space opens far above you. Darkness around. Something massive seems to be hanging from the ceiling, silhouetted in the faint, sickly light. At first, your mind doesn't seem to make sense of it. It's pale, almost the color of bone left too long in the sun. Long serpentine necks, five of them, dangle like roots of some ancient rotten tree, swaying gently in the wind. You cannot feel. At the end of each neck is a head, not quite human, but horridly close. Blind, grinning faces, hollow sockets for eyes. One by one, they just look down at you. There's a ringing in your ears, a high, almost musical note, just beneath the threshold of your hearing. Your thoughts feel slippery, like you're trying to hold water in your hands. Something is wrong, and you know deep in your bones. For a moment, you feel as though you've forgotten something, someone, but as the thought slides away, the creature's mouth parts in a silent, expectant smile, as it's just waiting for you, as if it's just waiting for you to remember. And that is where we'll start our initiative rolls.
Ooh, I'm terrible at initiative.
Yeah, me too. Whoa.
Initiative 13. Ooh.
Gaxus has 9.
Now I don't feel so bad.
All right. You know what? I'm amazed at that because I have a +0 and got a
Mhm.
17.
Bravo.
I have a +0, and for some reason, this is the one I rolled a nat 20 on.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Let me just put in some tokens. We have a fighter token that I just put in. We have a paladin. Uh, where's the cleric?
I just I'm supposed to be looking at a map, aren't I? Oops.
Yeah, it's in the
Oh,
screen chat.
I
There we
only
go.
just opened it.
And I'm looking, yeah, there.
okay.
No,
I requested access.
and I granted it.
Thank you. There we go.
I'll be
There's a
there in a moment. My computer is struggling with the 4 million tabs that I have open. So
no
Those are your
worries.
emotional support tabs. You can't close them.
they
Exactly.
are.
So I'm not the
I
only
mean,
one
I'm the
on
person
average
who on
keeps
my phone. This
20
isn't
plus
even on my
tabs on 3
computer.
browsers open.
Oh, 20 is such a low number.
All right. The swords are the fighter, the star is the cleric, the shield is the paladin, the book is the wizard, and the dagger is the rogue. So you can just
Okay.
place your tokens as you want to.
Um, how do I
And
Will be towards the front.
how do I get access to the map?
oh, you can just click on the link that I
It's
sent
in
in the chat.
Oh,
It's in the Discord chat, not
Mhm.
the.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
It's that owl bear link.
Yeah, it's the owlbear link. All right, that's a 21 for the false hydra.
Yikes. This is fine. Don't worry about it.
Let's just see.
I may have to close Discord to give my computer like a moment of breath.
Yeah, I get that.
Totally.
Gar, could
Alright.
you just roll your initiative, please, in the meantime?
Mine was a 17.
17. All right.
Yes.
All right. Roxy.
Yeah, nat 20 for a 20.
All right. Um,
Oops, that's not mine. Where's my
Gaxus.
9.
Wow. Uh, Ivy.
That's a 4 for your girl.
Ouch. Lyre. Amy. Your character's name is Lyre, right?
Larry, yeah.
Lyre.
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 Yeah.
What,
Think of
what's your-
lyric, and that's the
Yeah.
but without the C.
Gotcha. What's your initiative?
Was 13.
13. Okay, we are good to go. So, yeah, the false hydra goes first. 5 heads. Let me just open my dice app. I really don't want to get up and get my dice again. All right, that is a d20 and a d10. All right, first attack is at the fighter. That is a 10 to hit, which obviously it would not.
Nope.
All right. The second attack is at Roxy. And that is a nat 1. What is wrong with me? The third
Nothing.
attack
Join the
You're doing great. We
is at
love it.
Gaxus.
join the club.
Gaxus, that is a 21 to hit you.
Me? Oh no. I'm hit.
As a reaction, I would like to use my fighting style protection to impose disadvantage on the false hydra attacking my ally within 5 feet of me.
Ooh.
That's what's up.
Well, that is a 10 to hit.
Oh no, it does not.
Fourth attack is at Ivy. That's a dirty 20 for 4 points of damage. And you are grappled.
Oh no, but I'm just a wizard.
And
Ivy.
fifth attack is also a miss, I think. Does a 14 hit you, Lire?
No,
Yeah, then it's a miss. Yeah,
AC 16.
that is. I will, and right after this, the uh, yeah, I think that is its action. The Hydra is going to move over here. Yeah, Roxy, I think no, Ivy is grappled. But yeah, Roxy, you're up.
Well, if
Okay,
Ivy's grappled, then the creature's gonna take Ivy with her because
Oh
with
no,
that,
this thing has a reach actually,
all
but
the
yeah,
how
yeah.
far
Ew.
of a reach does
I,
it have?
I don't like that.
reach.
No.
Oh no, it will take IV with her. Yep, yep, it will take IV with it. Yep. I think
Bye, I
it's a
guess.
Sorry.
It's
When you said
fine. It's not your
mechanic.
fault. Can we also? I didn't say it. Can we assume that I cast mage armor at breakfast because I'm a
sure.
reasonable mage?
You would
Right.
have cast mage armor as after we found the dead bodies. Seeing as
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
Like,
makes
you
oh,
sense.
know,
cool. Mage armor.
I'm small. I mean,
I'm,
I'm
I'm,
not.
ins-
I'm a
you know,
dragon.
that would be like kind of automatic. It's like, oh my gosh, there's so many dead
Sure,
bodies, and you'd be like
there's danger.
automatically
Yeah.
casting it as almost like an instinctive thing.
It's like
Yeah.
when I'm playing a cleric and I cast Death Ward on myself. You know, just in case.
Sure. All right. Roxy.
Roxy is going to pull out Pupsic, her mace, and is going to hold it up. And this bright moon will appear in the sky, but then it kind of eclipses as a meatball overtakes it. And one single strand of spaghetti rolls down to point at the mass of the Hydra uh, as she casts Moonbeam, and it's going to need to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
A con saving throw. Okay.
It's only 13.
Yeah, it fails.
Oh, it failed. Oh boy. That means it's gonna take 2d10 of radiant damage. So that's 12 points of radiant damage.
I love
And
Moonbeam.
Okay.
it's great. And I'm now concentrating on that. I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, just kind of get up to it. And I don't think I have any bonus actions because I'm not smiting this turn. Yeah. So that's what I got.
All right. Okay. And now we are with
Ironically,
God.
in my last campaign, I used Moonbeam so much.
Okay, let's have a little looky loo at what's going on. This the grapple that is currently on our squishy wizard. Um, do I think it would be plausible because I assume it's one of the Hydra's heads that has grappled
Yeah.
our squishy wizard? Do I
Yep.
think if I purposely went and targeted the neck, I could essentially
Maybe.
cut it off and free our wizard?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Gar is gonna go running and gonna shuffle on up next to Ivy, lift the mace and swing it. And as I swing it down, I would like to expend a superiority die because I would like to make a goading attack towards the Hydra, essentially telling it to pick on someone its own size. So let's go for the first attack. That is a 21 to hit.
Okay. 21 hits.
What am I adding damage for? I forget what level I am. I am level 6, so maneuvers is adding an additional d8. Wonderful. So for 12 plus 4 for 16 damage. Can it make a wisdom saving throw? What is the DC? Okay, so the DC is as if this was a spell, so that's 8 plus modifier plus proficiency, if memory serves. So, 12, 15. Okay, so yeah, wisdom saving throw DC 15.
Yeah, failed.
Okay. Any attacks it makes on anyone who is not me, it makes with disadvantage.
All right.
And then I'm going to slap it again.
All right.
For 25 to hit.
25 hits.
For that's a 3, not an 8. Boo. For 7 more damage.
Okay.
Uh,
That's a total of
What? I don't remember what I said the first time. Oh, it was 16 the first time plus
Uh,
7 there. So 16 plus
okay,
7 is 23 damage total.
23. All right.
Um, okay, I don't think this would work, but I'm going to ask anyway, because if you don't ask, you don't find out. As a bonus action, may I make use of my
Hmm.
Shield Master feat to essentially try and break the grapple and shove this head 5 feet away?
Well, I'm actually rolling a con saving throw for every time you attack
Okay,
to make sure that its grapple is staying or not.
okay.
So yeah, if it fails, I will let you know if the grapple is gone. But I don't think you can do that as a bonus
Um,
action
I,
unless it says so.
I, I don't think it counts as an attack. Shield Master, as a bonus action, allows me to just shove a creature with
I
my
mean, if you
shield.
shove it, Ivy goes along.
Okay, so I won't do that. I'm not going to shove Ivy closer to it. Okay,
It's
no, cool.
fine.
All right.
Nope. Then that's me. I'm going to save action searching for if things look a little bit more dicey.
All right. Lyre, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna need to move forward, so I'm gonna move beside our cleric. I'm casting Mind Sliver. Needs to do an
Intelligence saving throw.
intelligence save DC 13.
Let me just.
Oh, so I guess I'm actually over here now, right?
Where?
No, it
No, no,
didn't
no,
pull
no.
you closer.
No, no.
Oh,
Oh,
you got
okay.
a
It just
little
has
two
an
there.
absurd reach.
it has a
Okay.
30-foot reach.
Mhm.
Great. I have something I may be able to do about that, but we'll get there at the very
That
end of the turn.
is a 22.
Okay, so it saves. Darn.
Anything else?
I'm reading my my longbow.
All right. Um, yeah.
Actually, that's an
Caxus.
instantaneous shot. Can I take a? Can I take a?
If it is, I think this is an action.
The
Like this is an action to
Mind
cast.
Sliver is instant one action. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Caxus.
just ready my bow.
All right. Caxus, you're up.
Nobody's injured at this time, correct? Not yet,
Except for Ivy.
except for Ivy. Okay.
I got poked, but the merc. I'm not like
Right.
hurt. It's
I
mostly the
gotcha.
fact that it has me that's currently an
Yes.
issue.
I'm going to move myself at my maximum flipping distance right here, so that I can keep an eye on my friends here, the group here. But I'm going to use my lightning breath in a straight line so I don't hit my friends, but just go right for the
Okay.
Hydra.
That's a
And that
dexterity saving throw.
exactly.
Why is it that every time I make a saving throw that I just lose it? It's
You
5.
succeed against mine.
As he said, 5. Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
definitely doesn't make that.
that's the only success that I have.
Let's see what I got here for the damage. 2d10, right? 1 second, sorry. 4 plus. Okay, so I did 6 lightning damage.
Okay.
I think that's all I can do.
Alrighty. Ivy?
Yeah. Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm looking at enlarge reduce, and
If you
my
yeah,
thought
enlarge
is,
or reduce, your grapple will break.
well, it will also decrease its reach, right? If I manage to reduce it,
Yes.
because I'm reducing the
Mm.
size by an eighth, which should, in theory, reduce its reach by an eighth.
It would. It would.
I'm here to ruin your life. I hope. So I would like to cast Reduce on the Hydra because I think it should know what it's like to be small and
What
not
saving
be
throw
able
is
to
that?
reach as far. It's a Constitution saving throw, which I'm a little concerned about, but we must persevere.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's go.
That is a 17.
God, my DC is 15.
Mm.
Would have
Okay,
been so
well,
good.
I'm a wizard, so I don't have bonus actions. Um, so I guess I'm just gonna be here vibing with my Hydra friend, spending second level spell slots like they're going out of style.
All right. You see that the Hydra now for its turn starts singing. Not something that you would forget, but Gar, can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh no.
I can
For
roll
those who
one.
failed last night,
The creature is casting Dominate Monster on you.
Ooh.
I am really sorry, everyone.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh dear.
Gar is now a liability.
Yup.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That is its action, and it's going to use its movement to get over here. And yeah, Roxy, you're
Is
up.
it
All
going
right.
to be dragging our wizard along with it, or is that still within the 30-foot range?
Let me just check.
Not that I mean to pick
States.
on Ivy, but it's
Oh,
grappled. So
I'm just vibing at this point, Take me where I'm going.
Mine's
In
getting
a
off
way, this is
wheel.
better because if it's holding me, at least it's not currently hitting me. That's,
still got 4 other heads to do shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, Roxy, you're
Bonus
up.
action. Roxy's gonna move the moonbeam onto the Hydra again, just right in the middle.
Okay.
We can. It should actually go off on its turn, not on my turn.
Oh,
But
yeah. If it started its turn, it needs to make a con saving throw again,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, because I did it when I launched, it doesn't happen when I cast it. It happens at its turn. So we'll just do the
Yeah.
one I rolled before as this one, because this last turn is when it would have come off. So it'll trigger again on its turn.
Okay.
Gonna
No,
move
that's a
run up to
fail.
it.
Now, what's the
And-
damage again? 12,
Uh,
right?
So the damage for this round was what I rolled last time, because it doesn't do it
Okay.
on cast, it does it on its turn. So I'm assuming the damage we did last time is just
Okay.
uh,
That's 12
so-
points of damage.
and then I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna bonk it.
All right. This is an aberration. I think it gives you an extra on your smite as well, right?
Yeah, but I bonus action to move it, so I don't get to smite this turn.
Smites are not bonus actions, a free action. Divine smites.
You're right. I am. My brain is on 2024 rules, where it is a
No worries.
bonus action.
Boo.
Okay.
Boo for
so-
2024 rolls.
Oof, those are not great rolls, but does an 18 hit?
18 hits.
Okay. Does what is 7 plus 7, 14? Does a 14 hit?
14 also hits. Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No,
So,
sorry, 14 does not. 14 does not. Sorry.
Okay.
14 does not.
That's kind of what I expected. Okay, and then I've got my divine bonk on top of that.
Divine bunk. I
Oh,
love that.
actually, my default divine bonk is actually ensnaring strike, so it will also need to make. No, I don't want to do that because I'm going to use that, but not use that. So, 3 plus. How much is my 3 plus 4 is 7 points of damage plus divine smite, which Sorry, I'm trying to remember how much damage that does because apparently my sheet is 2024 and that's not what I need. Um, Divine Smite does. Sorry, that's 12. I will tell you the divine bit in just a moment. 1d8. That's an additional 8 divine bonk.
All right. Uh, that's an additional. All right. Can we just take a tiny break as there's something up I need to just come back.
Sure.
Okay. In the meantime, let's go over my spell list and see how I can make this Hydra's day the worst day
Good.
possible.
Yeah,
Uh,
apparently it has a high intelligence, so most of my spells aren't going to work against it.
Well, all I need is one bad constitution roll, and I can make it medium sized, which appeals to me as someone who is also medium sized.
Actually, it has a low con,
But
right?
Yeah.
you would think, and yet here we are.
If- I'll have to move up a little closer, but I could do a color spray and that should reduce what it can do. It'll be blinded for the next turn.
Sure,
Um,
that's not a bad idea. Yeah.
what I will say,
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently dominated.
I know. I had an
Yeah.
idea
It's-
for that. I had an idea.
Does anyone
Yeah,
have
I just
dispel
wanna-
wonderful.
magic?
I might cast color spray on you instead.
Does anyone have
Yeah,
dispel
it-
I have this. Yes, I
Original-
have dispel magic, but I currently have issues. So
Yeah.
and don't know
So,
that I
like,
know what's happening.
what if I just give Gar a big old slap? Because taking damage should at least allow him to do a saving throw. And
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
I like to think our group has had this
He's not
conversation
charmed, he's
already
dominate.
because we
So-
know.
So
Yeah.
that's different, right? Charmed you can dispel with a hit, but dominated means that
Oh, I looked up dominate monster and it said damage effect charmed. So sorry, I thought that meant that they were charmed. so-
No, it is. It is. That
Yeah.
spell is. It depends. Some of the spells are a little different, and some of them, if it's just like an ability versus a spell, then sometimes it's different as
gotcha.
well. But if it says that damage does it, I mean, I
Yeah.
do think we would have probably had a conversation at some point about like
Right.
if someone takes over a mind, it's okay to hit us in the face, you know?
Yeah.
That's so I think I'm gonna take that vow that I made. And I'm gonna attempt to help.
please beat the crap out of me.
well, I could sneak up behind Gar, and do a sap attack with my sneak attack damage that would be non-lethal, so it would just stun him.
Well,
That's
more
also
damage
gonna
doesn't do
hurt.
it better, right? It just
Yeah.
needs to be
it just
some
it,
damage.
yeah, that's why I thought a slap in the face was
Yeah.
a pretty decent
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
It's like if it's
a little
single
unarmed
point,
strike.
a
Little
single
unarmed
point is
strike.
ideal because that gets the save.
Right.
You're trying to smack him out of it. Because if
But
you do sneak
also-
attack damage, it will hurt more, but also
Yeah.
then you're down however many hit points you're down.
Right, it's true.
yeah.
Well, non-lethal is just stun, so it's not going to give permanent hit
Oh.
point damage.
But you
it
still
just-
take
Yeah, you take that hit point damage.
that hit point damage.
It
for
just
Yeah.
non-lethal.
doesn't kill you. It
It
just
just
knocks
doesn't
you
kill
You
him.
hit-
Yeah,
When you hit 0, he won't like.
Yeah.
he just falls
I am
unconscious.
so sorry about that.
That's okay.
No
It's
worries.
okay.
No,
We were
stuff happens.
discussing.
Gave us time to strategize.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Let's get back into this thing. I think Roxy, you were done, right?
Yes, I had movement. I had bonus action, and I bonked twice.
All right. Gar, you're up.
I am dominated.
Yep, you are dominated.
This is fine.
What what am I being told to do?
Give everyone a hug.
Yeah. Talk to us. Tell us why we
Oh,
should
yeah.
buy.
What is the domination doing to Gar? I guess is the question.
I'd say,
right?
Gar, you are just, filled with some kind of rage. You can't exactly discern enemy from friend, I would say. You can't exactly perceive this monster, but everyone around you is just an enemy.
Oops.
So who's he going to attack first?
That's up to you. You see two people in front of you.
Okay. Well, if there's two people in front of me, that's an easy choice. Gar's going to hit them both once. So I'm going to swing Ivy. Please roll bad. Okay, yes! I rolled an 11 to hit Ivy. Please
That
roll
does
bad.
not hit.
Yay.
And
Mage
then-
armor.
That's what's
Yes.
up.
Now this is good. I'm getting rid of my terrible rolls. And then a swing at Gaxus. That's a 21.
Gaxus gets hit.
It just gives you an excuse to smack back.
That's it.
Okay. That's only 7 damage. It's not big damage.
That's not so bad.
But-
Not so bad.
But
Okay.
Gar,
Could've been
flail up, just going, alright.
The
I don't
way
know where
Gar
you all
can-
came from, you horrible monsters. Thwack, thwack.
Oh wait, I forgot. After Roxy hit this creature, I'll need to make a concentration check for this.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
domination.
That's true.
Mhm.
That's right.
Oh yeah, it passes.
Ah,
Okay. It's.
Okay.
I mean, 7 is not bad. You're fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I mean,
I'm good.
The
So
nice
the
thing
only way-
is,
No.
I
Gar
get to
can
hit 3 times, so that's 3
possibly break
concentrations.
this. Yeah, the only way Gar can possibly break this spell is by either the false Hydra losing concentration, or if Gar is hit anytime, he can make a saving.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were
were talking.
speculating on
Yeah.
that. We figured
Yeah.
we've had a conversation as a group where it's like, listen, if I get taken over, it's okay to slack me in the face. We've traveled together. It's fine.
All right. Yeah, Lyra, you're up.
Okay.
Liar.
I think I'll attack the monster.
Alright.
As I step forward, I have to, because I'm going to do the next, I have to wait for my next round to do color spray.
Alright.
So it's a 5, 10, 15. I should now be within range. Yes, I am. Actually, I didn't want to move up that close. I'm going to take a shot as I'm moving forward with my bow, seeing as I had already readied that.
All right.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
D8 plus 3 is 9 points of damage.
All right.
And I will have to do a concentration saving throw to keep his
Oh,
domination on guard.
So that's a minimum of 10. Yeah, that's a pass.
Tried.
An effort was made.
That's it.
And that's my turn.
All right. Perfect. Ivy? Sorry. Gaxus, you're up.
All right. Gax is gonna do what he planned. Looks at Gar sternly. Gar! Bam! Slaps him across the face with an unarmed strike. Try and snap him out of it.
You can make an attack roll. Gar, you can make a wisdom saving throw if that hits.
I got 19. Does that hit?
my AC is 20.
No, buddy. Can I? On my second action, can I do it again?
I would say you could actually get over here and flank Gar.
And do a little bit.
That
I
gives
got
you
get an
you.
advantage
Good
on flank.
advice. Thank you. I'm going to try this again.
You can get an advantage on your attacks if you're flanking.
Okay, advantage is very good because that first roll. I'm sorry, I didn't hit the second time either. 13.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do at this point.
Huff and puff.
At
I
least
tried.
at least you put yourself in a way so that Ivy doesn't get any more damage.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
You're on either side.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And
To
that's
hit
it for my turn,
Ivy,
I
he
believe.
has to go
Ivy,
through
yeah.
you, which would be an attack of opportunity.
That's right. Let's see. But that's it for me, I think.
Ivy, you're up.
Great. If at first you don't succeed, you should try again.
I like it.
So, you know, um, there's a quotation that, knowledge is just doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Um, and so I would like you to make a constitution saving throw because I'm spending another second level to try and reduce this Hydra to a more moderately sized Hydra.
Okay. Let's go with another try.
You're smiling. I don't like that.
When the DM smiles, it's never a good day.
Yep.
It's a nat one.
Yay!
That's what
Okay,
we want.
so enlarge reduce it reduces the size by halved. I'm sorry, it's halved in all dimension, and its weight is reduced to 1/8 of normal. So it becomes a medium creature. Has
Wait,
disadvantage on.
a huge creature becomes a medium creature?
It would become
Oh, a
large.
huge becomes large, but it will have its reach, I presume.
No, it
Because it
wouldn't.
reduces.
Its reach would also reduce. So yeah, you're not grappled anymore.
Great.
Yay.
It also has disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
All
And
right.
okay, it also says like weapons are shrink to match its new size, and it says while these weapons are reduced, the target attacks with them dealing 1d4 less damage. Would that apply to
No, no,
it?
not to its like teeth or anything. It's only for
Oh,
weapons.
okay. Okay, well, it still has disadvantage on strength. I would also like to not be here. Um,
You can move now.
yeah.
Well, be aware you're right next to a fighter who has an attack of opportunity if you move away.
Oh, right. You're between him. Oh, no, no. Okay. Yeah.
I
You
just want to be behind.
Yeah,
Gar. Okay.
that's a good call. That's a good call.
Yeah.
And I don't think I have anything. I don't have anything that can bonus action cause damage. Um, I want to. I want to just like hold out my fist and see if it can make contact with the jaw. This is not an attack. This is just me being like, eh, eh, um, because I have claws, so I can just be like, eh. It's like, Gar, wake up. Um, stop trying to hit us. Um, I don't have any bonus actions. That's it. That's my turn. But it should
And
be a little easier to deal with now because it's
yeah.
smaller.
All right. That I think ends your turn, and I just roll for the Hydra as you spoke. There's only one attack that hits, the first one at Roxy. So that is
Real quick
yeah.
though, it does need to make a con saving throw again.
All right. Con saving throw, and yeah, it fails. It takes 12 points of damage, and I'm making a concentration check, which it
Uh-huh.
fails.
I am
Yay!
being being undominated and seeing Ivy in front of me, swiping her claw. I go, it happened again, didn't it?
It worked. It
It
worked.
did.
I
Right.
did. I did.
Well done.
Thank,
Very
thanks,
good job.
Ivy. That slapped me out of that. Good job, Ivy.
You're
Roxy,
welcome.
does a 21 hit you?
It does.
So that is 13 points of damage to you.
13. Okay.
And it moves over here. And I think it would make another attack at Leray. Leray, that's a 21 to hit you for 5 points of damage.
Okay.
That's All right, Roxy, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action move uh, the moonbeam back on top of it for next turn,
All right.
and I'm gonna try and bonk it twice.
Nice.
I'm assuming that one's gonna hit.
What is it?
17 plus
17
12
hits.
is 19.
Hits.
It does a 16 hit.
16 just hits.
Okay, AC 16, y'all. So I'm dropping a divine bonk on one of those, which means I get 2d6s plus a d8 plus 8. So 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points of mostly bludgeoning with 4 points of radiant.
All right.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
I think Roxy has like been bonking this thing, has seen Gar, like is aware that Gar is hitting people, is not aware that Gar is out of it because it's so, and it's just like, let him go, drop it, let him drop it, let go. And just like bonks this thing into oblivion and is just so focused on drop him, let him go. He's my friend, drop him.
All right. The creature, as you kill it, it just drops to the ground and seems to just melt into the ground.
You.
Spins around. Is everyone okay?
We are now.
Yeah. Ava snapped me out of it. You know, see.
I did with my claws.
And Roxy just like full on bolts and bear hugs
I
Gar.
tore my shirt.
Oh,
We can get
some
a new
this one?
shirt. It's okay.
you tore your shirt. I can use mending to fix it.
That's true.
That's my one thing I have.
Roxy's just covered in Hydra goo.
As you defeat the Hydra, whoever is dead, they can't exactly be
Sadly.
brought back. But yeah, your memories do come back. Leandro's memories, they return.
Oh, yeah. I remember blacksmith now. Oops.
Yeah.
Oh, now it makes more sense.
Back there, he's dead.
Oops. But yes, you did solve the mystery of the missing people of Erebus. And
Maybe-
that
Maybe we should get this town some therapy.
I think we need to pull the bodies into a big pile and just
And what?
Have like a
Put them
Viking
to-
funeral.
put them to
Yeah, yeah.
rest.
Yeah.
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 Hear me out. We torch it all and file for the insurance.
The insurance on an underground cavern.
Yeah, I don't know. Here.
Well, I don't properly know how insurance works, but I think that's it,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, sure.
Arson's just
I get-
generally not covered under insurance, darling.
I think we will make sure that the victims do as Lear said, get a proper burial. We will try to kind of console the town who has to deal with this trauma now. We're gonna be like, bye. And we'll basically bring, I think we bring back evidence, right? Is what happens
Mhm.
of like this is what happened.
Yeah,
I
we'll
feel like
we'll bring a
everyone else
memento
is-
back, wedding rings, tokens,
Like
stuff
if
like that.
we got our
that'll-
memories
Yeah.
back, then I think all the
They
towns
have
as
theirs.
well. So we can just come back and be like, okay. So,
So,
here's what happened.
check your closets for tunnels, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think as we go on our next adventure, we're just telling everyone about this great town where there's lots of really inexpensive housing and lots of job
Mhm.
market opportunities.
Right. All right. But I guess that's maybe another adventure for another day.
Yeah,
That's
That
right.
is where we'll end our story.
Yay!
Oh,
we'll give
hope
the
you all
town
enjoy.
closure before we leave.
Um,
Yeah, I could have extended the fight a little bit more, but yeah, we are a little short
No
on time.
problem.
So,
Yeah.
That's
No,
fun.
oh,
we did our job.
I'm sorry.
That's what's important. We did our
Mhm.
You
job,
did your
and
job.
that's what's
That's what's
important.
important.
And the Flying Spaghetti
uh,
Monster's noodly appendage was upon us.
Well,
I have a really terrible joke for as we leave the town.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
Uh,
bad.
Okay.
As we're about to leave the town, Gar will look out over the town and go, you know, it seems as if the real treasure were the memories we lost along the way.
No, no.
oh God.
That's actually a good joke. I give that good joke score.
No, I mean, it's so bad, it's good. That's what.
That's right. That's it. That's it.
That's insightful for you.
we
It
have-
is.
We have the memory. We had it. If we had and we lost it, how do we?
But
And Proxy just
yeah.
agrees.
So
I'm
yeah.
saying we didn't get paid, so
Well, we
To
did it as a favor for a friend who has now been eaten by a hydra. So
That's right.
you-
are we like? Can we do plugins or like? Are we just moving over to the next one?
we have time to do like outros and
That's right.
yeah. So everybody can give their
I can do mine last, so we can just start with the players.
okay.
So who's gonna go first?
I will go
Ah.
first.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
All right.
Hi, my name is Jilly. I have been your Ivy the Scribe Wizard this evening, this morning, this afternoon. What is a time zone?
Time is
You can find me most places online at Oh Look It's Jilly, especially on Blue Sky, which is where I'm sort of hanging out now. I am an editor of words. You can find most recently, I edited songs from the Spellbound Sea, which is a 5e nautical supplement book. It is incredibly cool. It has some new classes in it. It's written by so many robots, and I did the copy editing on it. You can also find me on Pantsless Tales next weekend, playing for their P Flag fundraiser. I will be playing no, not Humblewood. I will be playing Wander Home, a different combination of two words. And I will be playing Pippa, the Penguin Peddler. And we're bringing big Pingu energy into this game. Is if you are familiar with Pingu, if not, look it up. It's the cutest children's show in the world. I will also be for the next few weeks. We will be finishing up on Valdrian's channel our game of Kids on Brooms. The soda company in town is making weird drug sodas that teens are drinking, and it's a big problem that we need to solve. Maybe the soda is people, currently unclear. And we will be finaleing that in July. I also do theater, and you can find me talking about that there on my social media, as well as all of the upcoming stuff that I'm doing. I'm not doing Shakespeare in the Park this summer, which is weird, but I encourage you to go out and find Shakespeare in the Park and live your best life. That's it. That's me. I've been in 6 games this weekend, so I am ready to sleep. Roxy, would you like to talk now? Please talk now.
Sure thing. Hello, I am Kate Purcell. I have been Roxy, your half-orc paladin of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, aka Bestus Goyle. You can find me in chat and most places at Chaotic Wholesome, where we do actual plays and the Tuesday Table Talk Show. Come find us Saturday the 28th at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I can't math to their time zones, it's too early. We'll be doing a Pride charity game with, it's not fully announced yet, but Jeremy Cobb is going to be our GM, and I can't wait for you all to come and see the Monster Hearts adventure we're going to be running for Pride. And then every Tuesday, find me at Cataclysm for the Table Talk Show. Coming out soon, season 4 of the Emergency Power Podcast, which is our Starfinder actual play, is about to come out. It's going to be our final season. You can jump in at season 3. They're all available wherever you get your podcasts. And come to me, be the worst person in the galaxy. It's wonderful. Bardic, would you like to go?
Yeah, sure, wonderful. Hi, thank you for checking this out. If you haven't done the stuff in the chats with the donates and the things, go check it out. Charity is good. It's a good thing. You can find me on the internet, mostly on Blue Sky, as the Bardic Knock. Um, I am a mostly retired TTRPG streamer, podcastery type person, but look, I could be very easily coaxed out of retirement with like two whole compliments and a DM. So uh, feel free to reach out if you like my vibes, and I'll probably go. Yeah, I can stay up till 5 a.m. to do stuff. It's fine. Uh, yeah, that is me, and I will then throw it on over to Hadeja.
Hi, everybody. I'm Khadija again. I'm from the Bard Rock Cafe network of actual play podcasts. I am a member of the flagship show called Bard Rock Cafe, and I also play a very funny, crazy little old lady in our Monster Cafe, which is Monster of the Week. Sorry, I absolutely love playing all kinds of new systems, and I am also absolutely willing to come and play something with you if you like to see me today. I am on Blue Sky as my first name. That's KHADEJA .bardrockcafe.com. So please come and find me there. I love to draw. I love to talk about random stuff, and of course, talk TTRPGs. I really enjoyed playing today, and I hope you guys enjoy too. And last but not least, Amy.
Hi. Um, I'm probably the least online obvious person here. I sadly don't do any broadcasts um, or any kind of streaming. I am a long-term D&D RPG, tabletop RPG player for the better part of 30 years now. I raised my kids on D&D. I am a writer though. As a MA Menard. You can also find me online with my user alias ID. You can find me everywhere online. It's DRANEMRA, Dranemra, and on Blue Sky, Instagram, and a few other places. I've also spent a lot of time on Discord, and I'm involved with a few gaming and writing groups that way. And this has been an interesting, fun adventure. I have to admit, I'm not familiar with fifth edition. So, I'm an old school 3.5 edition player and still kind of campaign in that in that world. Just because you play what you're used to, and I've run campaigns. Being a modern day bard, I'm quite the storyteller, which is why I have 20 books available on Amazon. Um, and I think that's about it.
All right. And as for me, your DM for the game, I am Anurag. I'm available on Blue Sky as Anurag Game Master. I run games, paid games on startplaying.games, and also I have my own server called the Infinite Tavern. I'm also the co-host of the Infinite Tavern podcast, where we're doing an A to Z for all the podcast, all the TTRPG contributors around the world. We recently had Dr. Emily Friedman for F. We also had
Woo.
Connie Chang for C, and yeah, we had no, a lot of amazing guests, and we are going to be having a lot of more amazing guests as well. And yeah, every Tuesday I'm doing a live stream. Starting this Tuesday, I'm doing a live stream called Almanac Adventures, where I'm doing a Call of Actum Cthulhu game, where you need to find the lost city of Atlantis while also fighting Nazis.
Act on Cthulhu is a fun system.
That's cool.
Oh yeah,
My
it
longest
is.
hope is in that.
And yeah, thank you for watching us so far. We we have an interview with Nem of Sandy Park Games, and yeah, I hope you all have fun and have a great rest of the day.
Bye. I love that little
trans justice means to me hope, with hope of a better tomorrow, a better yesterday, a better 10 years from now.
Trans justice to me means that I will not have any restrictions. I will not be subjected to violence because of my experience as a Black trans person.
Trans justice just looks like us being able to live completely in our truth. And if anybody ever tries to take that truth away from us or hurt us because of that truth, then us being protected from that.
Trans justice looks like immigration justice. It looks like racial justice. It looks like, fighting gentrification. It looks like fighting police brutality. It looks like fighting ICE and its detention centers. It looks like healthcare. It looks like making sure that we're all okay, that we're surviving and thriving, but also that these systems and structures of oppression are being dismantled.
I constantly quote the Constitution, equal protection of the law. To me, that is the definition, that there's no discrimination against anyone, anywhere, for any reason.
When I hear the word trans justice, it's simply justice. Justice for all, justice for trans people, where we will all be treated equally. We will be able to receive everything that any other human being, the respect, housing, jobs, just equal across the board, that we will have justice as trans people.
When I hear trans justice, what I vision is a world where all sort of trans and gender non-conforming people are just able to live.
It's pretty much like having an older brother or older sister to look out for you, to protect you, to take care of you, to let you know that it's going to be okay. And I feel personally that everyone should have that in their life, someone they can lean on, someone they can trust, and someone who's gonna get things done with, whether it be with or for you, to let people know that, hey, we have your back, we're here.
So that's what it means to me, what trans justice means to me, fighting for the right for people to live authentically and to be able to bring their whole selves to any space.
I think it was at least 4 years ago, I was trying to figure out where do I give money to an organization that is specifically helping trans people and trans organizations and is run by trans people and trans organizations. I'm a gay cisgender guy, and no question I have experienced discrimination in the world. There's no doubt about that, particularly in the church where I desperately try to be accepted. I know what discrimination feels like. But I have to be honest, I also have privilege. And I was a bit surprised when I came out after years of experiencing abuse and oppression in the church, to see that gays and lesbians were doing the same thing to transgender people and gender non-binary people. I thought, wait a minute. I didn't just go through nearly 20 years of church-inspired bigotry and prejudice to land in a rainbow-clad version of the same damn thing. I mean, if I've learned nothing from my oppression that I experienced, it's that I need to keep from reproducing it. And when I look at LGBTQ history, it's always been the trans people, the gender non-conforming people who've been on the front lines, who've really stood up. And I wouldn't have the freedoms I have today if it wasn't for trans folks doing that. And it just seems irresponsible and rude not to stand up for trans folks and to be in solidarity with them. You know, Trans Justice Funding Project is something that I just so am excited to tell people about, because I think a lot of people don't know that this group exists. where you have trans people getting money and then deciding, how can we support other trans organizations that are doing work? And I just really trust the organization to make the right choices with this money. I don't worry about it. I don't worry about what they're going to do with this money. They're aware of what people are doing in communities, and small and large projects they're helping to fund. And there are groups that are out there that are surviving in very isolated communities because they were able to get a grant. And the thing that really struck me was that you give to groups that don't necessarily have a nonprofit status. There's lots of groups doing great work that aren't nonprofits. So that really spoke to me. And because of that combination of having it be trans run and being open to groups that weren't nonprofits, I thought this is a worthwhile group to give to.